Hi, everyone. Hello. Oh, there's a whole setup. I haven't seen anything out here, so I didn't know there were so many of you. Hi, everyone. My name's Liv. I'm from Dicebreaker. Thank you. And I have managed to get together such a cool set of people. I don't know how this has happened, but I'm very excited about it. Also, I'll let you in on a fun fact. I was like, this outfit is gonna slay. It's gonna look so attractive. I realized I look like a school kid that's tried to bunk off and is very anxious about it. So I'm gonna bring out a set of really cool people, and I want you to make some noise because they're really, really cool. Make some noise, get them excited, everyone. Oh. Okay, we're gonna start with somebody who I've worked with before, is extremely talented. They're all extremely talented. I'm gonna be repeating that over and over, but it's RPGeeks' one and only Shamini Bundell. Yeah, oh my goodness, hello. Oh my goodness, it's been so long. We saw each other backstage. We did just, yeah. And then I'm going to bring out, like, the truly hilarious, makes me laugh every time I correspond with them. It is questing times. Jess, Jewell. Hello. And another person you might recognize, and this is maybe the second time I'm getting to play at a table with them, but I'm so hyped. It is Oxventure's Chiodini. Woo! Hello. And now we've got a little person that so you might know him from Dimension 20. But I was friends with him before that. It is 3 Black Halflings, Jasper W Cartwright. Yeah! Do you want to go by there? I got to go by there. Wonderful stuff. And now we have someone who, when I got in touch with everyone for this, was like, oh, would you like me to DM? And I was like, yes, I think that would be pretty cool. I would love that. Yeah. It is High Rollers and just TTRPG icon. It's Mark Hulmes. Yes.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Woo!
Woo!
Thank you, Liv.
Hello, yeah, you're welcome.
You did introduce yourself, right?
I'm Liv. Thank you.
How is everybody doing?
Pretty good.
You guys all good?
Yeah.
You guys all good?
Hi,
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Good.
Mark, before we jump in,
Yes.
shall we go through and just go through our pronouns as well? Because I didn't mention those. So I'm Liv and I'm she, her.
Hello, my name is Shamini. Is she, her?
Hi! Whoa! The power. Okay, I can pull that back. I'm Jasper W Cartwright. He, him.
Hello, I'm Mark Hulmes. I'm currently he, him. Some of you may have seen me when I'm not he, him. But today, he, him.
I'm Johnny Chiodini. My pronouns are they, them.
I'm Jess Jewell. I'm she, they, and I'm not mad at he.
Well, is there anything else we need to do before we jump in?
No, I think that's everything now.
How do you play this game?
Shut up.
Okay.
Oh, this guy, this joker.
This guy.
Well, if I can set the scene
Do you
a
wanna-
little bit. This adventure, if those of you who are familiar, is taking place in the world of Eberron. And specifically in Shan, the city of towers. Some call it the greatest city in Corvair, a place of high-rising spires with glittering magical lights, where everything and anything can be found if you're rich or desperate. We see a train powered by an elemental lightning pulling into the central station of Shan. As the bulky frame comes to a stop, its intricately carved wooden doors open up and scores of passengers emerge out onto the platform and in a swarm make their way towards the station exit, passing little booths and stalls selling food, drink, books, and other travel essentials. We see the feet of maybe a halfling or a gnome or a small-statured person, well-dressed with a larger set of more metallic wooden metal legs behind them, making their way through the crowds, approaching towards a line of sky coaches, flying carriages that dart all around this vertical rising city. And as they step into one and make their way out, we see just the last glimpse of a little goblin boy, dressed in little slacks and a little vest and a little flat cap, carrying a stack of newspapers. Extra, read all about an elven artifact stolen from the docks. Ambassador enraged. All the latest gossip about the wedding of the season. Felipe Jarasco and Trixana Boromar tie the knot in this extravagant event. Get your Sean Inquisitive today. 4 copper apiece. Come down. Best deal in town. And as his voice kind of trails off, we follow the sky coach as it flies up, weaving through the towers and the traffic of griffins and gargoyles and all these flying menagerie kind of beasts and objects. And eventually it comes to a floating city district that hovers above the entire city of Shan itself. Gorgeous, elaborate, lavish, full of the richest and most wealthy. And as the sky coach lands in a beautiful, open-topped aired garden, we see a figure emerge. And Johnny, would you please describe the character that we see?
Yes, my character... Oh, sorry. Yes.
No, please.
My character is Silas Hanneman. He's a forest gnome and a wizard. He's sort of walking along with a large wizard staff, which is to say, normally quite a small staff, but here's a gnome, so it scales up. You get the idea. He's wearing sort of like wizardy robes that are extremely finely embroidered with lots of different sort of plants and berries and things on there, and he has an obnoxiously large handlebar moustache. We're talking like has to bend it inwards when he goes through doors. That sort of vibe.
Incredible. And just moving behind Silas, kind of emerging from the sky coach alongside him, Jess, could you tell us about who you're playing and what they look like, please?
Yes, so behind Silas emerges this 8-foot-tall, boxy figure that looks remarkably like a chest of drawers, because it is a sentient chest of drawers. Supplies closet, that's her name, moves out behind Silas, looming over him, sort of the scale armor of this warforged body that they are in. Plunders and sort of plods behind, and the tiny little necklace head on top just leans forward and goes, "How are you, Silas? Was the journey fine?"
Oh, it was wonderful, thank you, Supply Closet. I love a wedding. Love and people drinking and just so many people to con. I mean, sell high-quality wares too.
Might I suggest you perhaps change your vocabulary for the time we are here? Con, for example, would maybe give us away.
Yes, I suppose. Swindle. Swindle?
Swindle. Yes, I think I like that.
Good, let's go swindle some people.
And as you say that and you begin to make your way in, first you are approached, you can see that the guests of this wedding, there's a wide variety of ancestries and lineages here, but there are a lot of halflings. It seems that both sides of the marriage, these big, large halfling families, and they're all wearing little black tuxedos and dresses. This has a very big 1920s kind of vibe to it. And as you approach, a dwarven gentleman in a white kind of tail-coated waiter's suit will come up and say, "Would sir care for a drink?" And has got a large silver tray of various beverages.
Yes. Do you have any 0.03 lavender solution?
We have champagne.
I will take the champagne. Thank you.
Oh.
Supplies closet proceeds to grab the champagne and just put it in one of the drawers and close it. Delicious. Thank you.
You are most welcome. I can request, if sir has a specific drink at the bar, perhaps I could request something.
No, that's fine. If Supply Closet's enjoying the champagne, I suppose I will enjoy some also.
Well,
For a happy sham wedding, everybody. No.
Might I suggest adjusting your vocabulary again, Silas, to remove the word sham?
Yes, good idea. Good piss up, this.
yes, very good. And he kind of very awkwardly, quickly moves away to find somebody else. What do you guys do? So this wedding, you can see that you're kind of at the entrance to this rooftop garden. And you can see that there's a large dance floor in the middle. You have buffet tables with food to one side. To the other side, there appears to be like a stage with some musicians. And then at the far end, you can see the little kind of rows of pews and this flowered arch where the wedding ceremony is going to take place. And this whole thing looks out onto the tips of the spires of Shan below you, below the clouds. And you can see that there are lots of different people mingling. Is there anywhere that draws Silas and Supply's closet immediately?
Let's find a Mark. Is there anybody looking sort of a little bit out of place, sort of by themselves, maybe looking a bit confused or intimidated? Vulnerable is the vibe we're going for here.
Oh, Johnny, I love playing with a fellow DM because you know what this means. You get to make the first roll.
Oh!
Make that classic perception check.
Lovely. Let's remember how to use this wonderful app.
There's certainly no chance that you're going to fail at spotting some people. It just depends on how good of a judge of their situation that you are.
Well, it's a 12.
Oh, 12's not too bad. You look around and you can see that there are a few distinct individuals. You see that one person that catches your eye is a woman, but a shifter. So she has like fox-like ears, a little kind of fox-like tail, little orangey tufts on her arms, and she's flanked by these two orc tuxedo like guards. You can tell immediately that these are like trained bodyguards, and they're kind of stood on either side of her. But she is looking awkward and shifty and glancing around, as if like she's not sure like whether she should be here. You also see, casting aside to introduce another player, you also see somebody who stood near this wonderful arrangement of flowers by this arch near where the ceremony is going to take place. And Shamini, could you tell us a bit about who you're playing?
Yeah, so you see this elven figure in a sort of cream white sari. It's what I'm dressed as, with various. She's got a little what's it called buttonhole, wedding buttonhole of the wedding flowers. The general theme of it is there's a lot of purple. There's a lot of foxglove, nightshade, that kind of thing. She also has some of the corsages that you might see on people. Everything's very matching flower-wise. And she's sort of standing very close to this tall and very dramatic arrangement and sort of seems to be whispering slightly to herself. This is Donna, she, her.
So you may see this. We're just going to kind of cinematically pass over to Donna, and then we're going to come back and see who you guys want to approach and stuff like that. Donna, as you're kind of making the final adjustments to this arrangement, this little kind of elderly halfling fellow, he's wearing the black and white tux, kind of tan skin, slick back hair. He comes up to you and he's just like, "Oh, Donna, Mr. Boromar would like to speak with you. Would you follow me, please?"
Okay, I have to, you'll be all right. Everything's fine. We'll top up later. We'll check in. It'll be.
Miss Donna,
I just need to make sure everyone's okay. They get very nervous when I'm not around, but. Right, yes.
Very good. Please follow me. And he leads you back sort of into the sort of nearest section of the wedding, near the buffet tables, where you can see this kind of portly halfling in the same kind of suit, guards flanking him on either side, kind of holding court with a number of relatives and guests and things like that. And he's kind of got this thin little moustache, and he sees you, and he stands up. "Lady Donna, please." And he takes your hands. "I want to thank you for the beautiful flower arrangements that you've made for my daughter's wedding.
They're having a lovely time so far.
I know that you've worked for my family numerous times in the past, and we've been very appreciative of your services. And to have another such service on the day of my daughter's wedding."
I really respect a family who appreciates a good flower arrangement.
Oh, we do indeed. Trixana loves it. It's beautiful. She's so happy. And I just wanted to personally thank you. You have my respects. I hope you enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Mr. Boromar. I must get back now, you understand.
I understand, of course. Have a good time. And then sort of as Donna begins making her way back, we actually briefly catch sight of across the way, across from Marco Boromar, the Don, the Mafia, the leader of the Boromar family here in Shan. We see across the way near the stage, as several other musicians are sort of beginning to get ready, another performer seems to almost be kind of lingering nearby. Liv, would you mind introducing your character and telling us what they look like, please?
Yeah. Hello, my name is Delta Knere. I am a Water Genasi with kind of piratey garb. It's sort of like a pirate aesthetic, but there's a distinct air of nobility about her. She is equipped with like a lute and like several other like musical instruments tucked around her body. Maybe a knife or two. You never know what will happen. And she has like flowing, like fairly short hair that kind of looks as if she's underwater, and it's like and she is like, well, let's say she's tuning her lute as she gets ready.
Yeah. You see, so the other musicians that are performing nearby, very unusual looking. It's a band of 4 elves, but they all have like painted, quite like dark and edgy skull face paint. They're wearing bones in their outfit. They have a very unusual look to them. All of their instruments are carved from like bone. They have this very dark, edgy kind of look to them, and they're kind of beginning to get ready. But as you're kind of like looking up at them curiously, you hear a voice coming from the side. Oh my God, Delta! And you see the bride herself, Trixana Boromar, dressed splendidly, your old friend that you
Darling.
met. Oh my gosh, I can't believe, I'm so happy that you made it here.
I can't believe it's your big day. Mwah.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my gosh, don't you look beautiful as always.
Yes, but you also look wonderful. You're glowing. You're glowing.
Stop. I'm so happy to be marrying Felipe. He's just the best. And Daddy's done such a wonderful job with putting all of this together.
Yes.
Are you going to be performing?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, wonderful.
She looks back at the other people, the other musicians.
Very gloomy kind of.
Are you my backing singers?
Yeah. We also do our own thing.
You do your own thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't told about this. This is highly unprofessional.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's not on you. You know, this is not your. Yeah.
No.
You seem pretty chill, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe we can hang out. I don't know.
Sure.
Cool.
You seem cool.
Yeah, you seem cool. Just networking. I turn back to Trixana, like just networking, just networking.
Nice. And you would know, and so for a little bit of wobbling, these you can tell immediately because the world of Eberron is very rich in lore, and we're not going to go into it all here. But these guys are from a place called Aranel, I think, and they very much necromancy is a big deal for them. So that's probably explaining the skulls and the bones and stuff like that.
Sure. So don't piss them off. Got it.
Yeah. Necromancy elves, basically. Okay. But they seem cool. They seem like cool guys and girls. But yeah, Trixana kind of like, has that moment, like kind of catches up with you a little bit. And then we kind of see, if this is cinematic and we see the camera kind of pulling away from you guys, we begin to follow another one of these waiters in like a white twin-tailed coat as they move their way through. A very unusual looking waiter though. Jasper, would you mind telling us who you're playing and what you look like, sir?
So, you all see a rather short-looking kobold dressed in a beautiful, fine white jacket. He has his top sort of open, and you can see his sort of rippling chest showing through. He clearly takes care of himself. And as he is walking around with a tray, which is much larger than even his own head, he balances it above his head like this, offering hors d'oeuvres, and he seems to have rather a sharp eye just scanning the crowd. Hors d'oeuvre, madam.
Yeah, and you see that there is this an elven woman. She seems to be dressed in the same manner of the band. She has like this skull face paint. She's dressed in this ornate, noble refinery bit. She takes a canapé, and as she takes it, you catch the eye of 2 bugbears. Dressed in suits as well, shirt and tie though, not a tuxedo. And they are holding hands. These 2 male bugbears, they're holding hands on the edge of the dance floor, kind of like looking around, sipping champagne, and they catch your eye. And a moment kind of flashes between the 2. And one of them kind of goes...
I'll sort of meander my way around so it doesn't look like I'm going there sort of straight away and eventually kind of make my way towards them. Could I offer you a small plate?
Yes, we would like that. Did you say your character name, by the way?
Oh, my name is Azul. Apologies, everyone.
I don't think you did. So they look down to you, and one of the bugbears is just like, what would you like, darling? And the other turns around and is like, oh, that looks quite good. I'll have one of those, please. And they take it from you. And as they do, the other one leans in. Azul, have you found the target?
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Listen, I got an idea of how we could move on them, but it's gonna take us a minute, you know what I mean?
And you've made arrangements around the place?
Of course I've made arrangements. We got stuff hidden everywhere. That guy's cane over there, that's got a rapier in it. Your seats, they got some repeating crossbows in them, and wait till I get out the big tray. They're gonna be in for a surprise.
You've done good. You've done good, little guy. We're both very pleased, aren't we, Gretch? We are gorgeous. We're very happy.
Well, anyway, son, I must say it's a pleasure to hear about. What about your family history? Oh. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
And you divert away very quickly, leaving these two husbands to enjoy the scene as you begin making your way. We kind of cut back now over to the supply closet and Silas. And as you guys, you see this kind of like uncomfortable shifter-looking woman kind of like glancing around, looking around. You begin to see like some other figures. You see this little kobold in the suit tray pushing a little dining tray around. You see that there's some performers by the stage and a very, flowery, beautifully dressed elven woman kind of making these flower arrangements. But as you're kind of like making your way, is there, is there anybody you're interested in particular, or anywhere you would like to go?
Supplies closet looks down at Silas. I must say that druid is looking relatively vulnerable.
Yes, I noticed that myself. I think their humours are terribly out of alignment.
Absolutely.
Yes, we should treat them.
Treat them, yes.
Ominous.
Over we go, I guess.
Yeah, so you make your way over, you cut across the dance floor. There's no music playing now, but you can see people kind of using it as like a mingling space. You make your way across to where the ceremony will take place. These beautiful white benches, this beautiful flower-arranged arch, and you see Donna stood there still attending to your flowers once again, I assume.
They need a lot of attention.
Yeah, they do, yeah. And you see these two figures approach.
Hello.
Hello.
I couldn't help noticing you look profoundly unwell. Have you heard of homeopathy?
I don't think I have, no.
Well, let me tell you, no matter your ailment, we'll put it right with just a very carefully prepared, moderately priced tincture.
No, I don't think so, Bella. Sorry, that sounds wonderful.
Sure. Well, would you like a demonstration, perhaps?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're not going to do
Wonderful. Supply closet?
Supplies closet, one of the drawers pops open and a small vial sort of almost levitates out. She grabs it with one hand and hands it to Silas and just whispers, just so he can hear. Just the singing. It's the singing one.
Yes. Well, here's a fun thing. I've always been something of a boring fellow, really, which is my major flaw. And with the wonderful powers of homeopathy, just watch this. You won't be bored in a second. I'm going to down the vial and then just sort of grin like a real rictus, wide-eyed, like pinprick, pupilled stare straight at you, just like.
As he stares and drinks the vial, as some of it gets within the massive mustache, Supplies Closet has cast magical tinkering on the bottle, and so anything within it now is enchanted to sing. And so the mustache begins letting out a lovely little tune to the tune of the Venga Bus.
Are there more singers at this event? I was told I was the one going to do the singing.
So you see this Water Genasi kind of overhearing this kind of approach the group. But you do see to find that it is not a singer, but a gnome's moustache.
Okay, what the bloody hell is this?
Delta, they have potions that make your moustache sing.
Huh?
That could be useful for you.
Huh?
This is what I understand to be homeopathy.
Homeopathy.
Yes.
Number one, don't have a moustache, so...
We could get you one.
I could I think I could do that. I think I could grow it out. Maybe.
Delta's a very good singer, almost as good as your moustache.
What?
Huh?
What did you say? What?
I said you were a better singer than his moustache.
Oh, thank you. Absolutely.
As you guys have got this gathering, Azul, you do notice this kind of gathering of these you've not seen them before. They certainly don't work for you. You've maybe seen Donna before. You know that she sometimes works with the Boromars. The others you're not familiar with, but you do see them kind of all congregating around this archway.
Azul will kind of go into his pocket, pull out what appears to be some sort of like little paper ticket, and he'll approach the group and say, hello, good friends. I do apologize for interrupting. I was just wondering, have you seen
I'll take a Chardonnay.
Pardon?
I'll take a Chardonnay.
Yes, of course. Just excuse me. Can you get a Chardonnay, please?
You see a dragonborn in the tiniest little white kind of like suit.
Sorry, let me try that again. Excuse me. Can I get a Chardonnay, please?
Certainly, sir.
Oh. Excellent. On the way. I was just wondering if anyone had seen the shifter. I can't remember their name. Sort of fox-like features. I have their coat ticket, you see. They left it at the door. I want to make sure that they get it back.
I'm not going to say that game recognizes game, but can I run an insight check on Jasper's character?
Hey, listen, I am a big fan of a little in-the-party insighting.
I'm not going to... I don't want to say that...
Would you like me?
Yeah, I'm going to maybe roll a little,
I'm just going to roll the dice for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, we'll keep that. Yeah.
Those ones.
Yeah, okay.
That's pretty good. Not that there's any reason for Jasper to roll.
No, just in case it matters at all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Nice.
What's going on?
15.
This guy, just seems really legit. Very helpful waiter. You've never seen somebody so dedicated to their job, going out of his way to return a coat ticket. Lovely.
This is surprisingly wholesome. She's over there.
And as the wardrobe warforged indicates, with a drawer, or do they have arms?
Yeah, her arms are just more drawers. Just one flies out of the side and points just like, she's over there.
It kind of like moves out, and then there's a hinge. Yeah, nice. It does indicate, and you see tucked away in the corner near the buffet tables. You see this very awkward-looking kind of shifter woman looking around, glancing around. She's got spectacles, kind of foxy, like animal traits. But you do see two burly House Boromar, and you would know that they work for House Boromar, for Family Boromar, Clan Boromar. The guards, two burly orcs in like the suits. Make a perception check for me, actually.
That is a 16.
16. You can just about make out the slight kind of impression under their suits of hand crossbows. But as you are thinking about that, the group of you, this kind of another interruption, another figure kind of comes up. They appear to be a half-elf. They're wearing a tan trench coat with a little trilby hat, and they have a notebook in their hand. Serena Scoops, working for the Shine Inquisitive. Hey, how's it going? Got a few questions for the wedding guests, if you don't mind. Feel like answering a few questions?
Do you have my Chardonnay or no?
I do not work here.
Thank you, Philip, yes.
Oh, thank you ever, sir.
Wonderful. Nothing loosens the lips like a little liberation. Hey, so I've got some questions. What do you think about the Boromars' supposed involvement in crime and syndicates here in the city? Any thoughts?
Crime? We know nothing of crime. We wouldn't associate with any criminals.
I don't think there is any actual crime here. I think it's a pretty wholesome, nothing wrong with it. Nothing.
So you agree with the state in the city that the House Boromar's been unfairly labeled as this criminal syndicate?
The word syndicate does not compute.
Oh, interesting. What do you think about these thefts, these robberies of elven artifacts all across the city? Any thoughts on that, madam? And he kind of Serena Scoops, this half-elf, kind of like comes up to you. Doesn't have a microphone. I don't know why I'm doing that. But a little notebook. Any thoughts on thefts of the elven artifacts going missing?
Would you like a buttonhole?
A buttonhole. What's that?
It's a little arrangement, and it goes just here, and it'll.
It's very nice. I would highly recommend.
Very nice.
Sure. Why not? I guess.
I think you should have one too. Bella likes you, and
No,
is an excellent judge of character.
usually reserved for guests, but yes, actually I will take one. Thank you so
I
much.
want everyone to match, you see.
Thank you. Just going to pocket that.
Awful, Donna.
Serena takes one. Jasper, can you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
It's not great. 6. Am I dead?
Forgive me, Shamini, but it's
I
just...
did say it was Foxglove and Nightshade. I said, just the theme. I can't argue with the theme.
I don't know if a kobold would turn a shade of green, but you do start to feel a little unwell as you touch the stem of the thing and kind of put it in, and there's this kind of almost noxious kind of spore, like scent coming kind of off of it. You see the reporter, Serena Scoops, just, sorry, folks, I'm feeling a little lightheaded here. I think I'll have a sit down.
Here, drink this. It will revive you.
Oh.
I'd like to cast Gust, please.
To do?
Knock him over.
Oh, right, I see. So they kind of drink it down, and then suddenly they just seem to fall dramatically, sliding across the, probably face first into a large dessert
Wonderful.
buffet table.
Oh no.
There you are, having a lovely rest.
And just solid out cold. You are not out cold, Azul. You're definitely feeling a little under the weather.
That is interesting. May I ask, is that, will that happen every time I touch this?
I wouldn't
Without gloves?
necessarily touch it. They prefer not to have sticky fingers all over them. They just want to be near you.
Like a good friend.
Horrifying. Could I, what would happen if you were to say, I don't know, grind this up and put it into someone's drink?
They would be even nearer the people they love.
Yeah.
Oh, they would enjoy that. They like to be close to people.
It's gonna get out a glove?
Well, the thing is, they would enjoy that. The flowers would enjoy it, but I don't think the person would enjoy it. Is that?
I tell them this. I say, no, you mustn't stroke gently against their cheek. You mustn't slice their wrists open. They wouldn't enjoy it.
They would not enjoy it. And like,
Sometimes they want blood, you know, but
sometimes they want blood. That's so cool.
it's very nutritious.
Boy, I'm glad we're over here.
This is a
Plants get
latitude,
thirsty.
Glorious wedding day. Yes, very good.
May I clock what, if at all, the two big burly orcs are drinking?
Ooh, these guys are well trained. They're very dedicated. I'll tell you what. I'll do a wisdom saving throw for them. If they fail it, then they're kind of feeling, that the situation's under control, that they can relax a little.
Sure.
If they succeed it, then their iron will is going to make sure that they're not drinking anything.
Makes sense.
They're probably going to be drinking water or something like that. So I'll do 2 saving throws, one
Yep.
for each. I'm going to give them a. That's very cocked. The first one is going to be a fail.
Okay.
And the second one is also going to be a fail. So
Okay.
you can see that, they're keeping an eye on stuff, but you see a waiter passes by the dwarf that first approached Silas, and they take out glasses of champagne, because that's what everybody's drinking here. Like, everybody, there's flutes flowing like rivers, the champagne at this wedding.
Okay, marvelous.
Marvelous.
I'm going to turn to these two here and, game recognizes game. I'll may I inquire as to your, would you be at this wedding to make a few coins, perhaps?
Well, yes, frankly.
Agreed.
If, and this is, of course, only an if, those two orcs should act aggressively towards me at some point for no reason whatsoever, if you were to aid me in intercepting them and stalling them just for a moment, I would reward you handsomely.
Well, yes, that sounds very agreeable. We're criminals.
Suddenly realizing how loose-lipped this person seems to be, an instant pang of regret washes over Azul.
Did you mean to have that conversation in front of us, or?
What conversation?
Of course, you're so right. What conversation? I lean in closer.
You're with the band, yes?
I am the band.
Oh, you are of course. Sort of solo artist.
Wonderful to meet you.
Lovely to, okay. This is clean, right? I'm not taking any more damage, feeling ill all of a sudden.
I'd say that you are a little bit more hardy than a plucky reporter from the Shan Inquisitive. So yeah.
I didn't want to make sure I didn't poison the singer.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the eye was poisonous. I was like, I'm not like a gecko. Like what?
Could I have everybody make perception checks, please?
Yes. That was so high.
Let's get everybody rolling. Warm it all up.
Ooh. Okay.
19.
19 from Azul.
7.
7 from Silas.
19.
19 from Supplies.
16. Sorry.
16.
I remember how this works. 25.
25. All right. As you guys are kind of having these conversations, you're kind of making your own personal plans. There are a couple of things that seem to be happening around the wedding that kind of draw your eye in different places. Poor Silas, you see none of this. In fact, you're going to be blindsided by a couple of visitors who have spotted you and are coming directly for you.
Cool.
But the rest of you do notice a couple of things. All of you, because you all rolled very, very well, like even the 16, you hear a couple of things. First of all, from the entrance to the rooftop garden, Delta, you would recognize the voice as Trixie Boromar, the bride. But the rest of you hear this like, "Oh my God, my day is ruined!" Coming from that direction.
Oh, Trixie, no.
You also notice that the band, the backup band, your backup performers, have started to kind of just play background music for people to like dance and like mingle to, but it is this droning, melodramatic, depressing kind of boom, 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 boom. It's very a different vibe. It's not setting the right vibe at all at this wedding.
I love this tune.
And then the last thing you guys see, sorry, Liv, is that delivery has been accepted, and you can see that the elven woman with the skull face but the more refined clothing and her entourage are basically accepting like a delivery, it looks like, of a gift for the wedding. And it's this ornately carved, like wooden, like almost like effigy. It's very horrific to look at, but they seem very, very pleased with it. And they're sort of bringing it in, and it's kind of catching people's eyes and things like that as they go around. So you kind of see a bunch of these different things happening around the place. Is there anything that anybody's drawn to immediately? I mean, it sounds like Delta, you're going for your girl, your home girl.
I mean, I was going for my girl, but then I heard the terrible, terrible music.
Did. That's true. Yeah, that's very
that is unacceptable, Mark.
That absolutely. For you don't want to have it ruin your performance.
Exactly. I will storm over there, and then I will go find my friend.
Right. Okay, but you're going to focus on the band's dire music to begin with.
Yeah.
All right. So Delta's going over to that. Donna, is there anything that kind of like interests you, or something that you're?
I assume that if the day is ruined, I assume that some of the plants may have wilted, been moved slightly. It's the only thing I can think of that she could be talking about. So
only thing that could elicit such a reaction.
yeah, well, exactly. I'd better get over there and
Head to the bride.
check on them. Yes.
Wonderful. All right. What about Azul? Anything that draws your eye?
Yes, I would like to nip into the kitchen area, if I may. I would like to take this plant very carefully out of my pockets, grind it up, pop it in 2 glasses of champagne, and whisk them over to our 2 orc friends.
All right. I'll come back to that in a minute, but I do want one thing. Are you proficient in poisons, kid?
I am indeed.
Damn it. Well, luckily you are very adept at this. You have no risk of causing yourself any sort of malaise. And yeah, you can absolutely do that, and we'll cut back to you visiting the orcs and this shifter in just a minute. And then finally, supply closet. Is there anything that draws your eye, or like are you focused mainly on Silas and what's going on with Silas?
So as what sounds like a straining bowl full of beads falls down the stairs and hopefully distracts everyone, supplies closet sort of moves around as Silas is attempting to sort of still chat with Delta and Azul. Azul moves off. Supplies closet is going to try very slyly to move into the vicinity of the shifter if she's still there. Cool. Oh, I think that was your mic.
Oh.
I'm the DM now.
I can shout loud. Yeah, I don't know if I. Oh, there we go.
There we go. We're back.
It might be sat on something. Brittany might. Excellent. So you're going to kind of focus on that area. You're going to kind of head over in that direction with Azul. But Silas, so you're kind of enjoying the atmosphere. You know, you've maybe got some business going on with this kobold. Wonderful day, happy days. And then you almost see a shadow kind of elongate alongside you. And you turn around to see 2 halfling women and their very muscular, handsome human bodyguard stood behind them. And you would recognize these 2 as being Lady Cordelia and Verity Jurasco. These are members of the Healing House Jurasco, and that is a house that you have had business dealings with. And they kind of piously look at you. Well, Silas, isn't it?
Yes, it is, ladies. I'm honored that you would remember me. And I give them a low bow.
Oh, we didn't realize that you had been invited to the wedding after our little disagreement about the latest shipment.
Yes, indeed. Well, you know me. I get everywhere. I'm not that easy to get rid of.
Yeah, it's like a rash.
Do you have a rash? Supply Closet here has a wonderful tincture that could clean that right up for you.
She leans in, and you see that as she does, the big human bodyguard almost kind of puts a hand on your shoulder as well. Listen, you little worm. We know that what you sold to the house was a sham. This poxy elixir, it's just water and herbs. It does nothing.
Well, that's what homeopathy is.
We know that now. This is our family, our house, delivers healing services to the whole of the city.
Yes,
and
yes.
now we have your garbage to work with.
Yes, well, firstly, a lot of the time people will drink this stuff and they'll feel better anyway. I call it placebo. Well, if you're still feeling out of sorts about it, look at it this way. Don't think of it as you buying 12,000 vials of rubbish, but more buying my silence.
The two halfling women look at each other, and you see this kind of eye twinge, like a little pulse in there. They're kind of older Middle Ages, and as they're kind of like looking at you, and you can see that they're just ready to give that word to their bodyguard. A sort of a younger halfling man will approach from the side, and he's young and he's quite handsome, irritatingly so. He kind of looks like a halfling Brad Pitt. And you can see that he's the groom, because he's kind of wearing the white kind of suit and he's ready for the wedding. And he's just like, mothers, please, I need you to come and say, hello, Mr. Silas. Oh, wonderful to see you again.
My dear boy.
Oh, wonderful to see you. I'm so glad you got my invitation. Mother, you never sent Mr. Silas the invitations. And you can see the two women are like, oh, Felipe, we didn't know that it must have been misplaced, of course. We want you to be the happiest you can be for your big day. Oh, well, no, it's wonderful. I want to thank you. Those elixirs that you've bought, they've been helping people with the plague down in the lower districts wonderfully.
They have?
Yes, it's...
They have, yes.
It's been wonderful. All of their rashes and the flaking skin, it's done a miracle. We really must, Mother, we must have a better business arrangement, Mr. Silas. Clearly he knows his stuff.
That sounds marvelous. I'll send you an invoice tomorrow.
Let's heal the city, sir.
Wonderful.
And you see, and he just happily, and you see the mothers just, and you kind of moves away from that. As that conversation kind of wraps up, let's jump over to Delta. So you make your way over to, and they're already on the stage, these musicians, a bone harpsichord, bone drums, a bone mandolin, and a bone piano.
There's a joke there. I'm not gonna do it. Him.
Boom, 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 boom. Hey.
Hey.
It's you.
Oh, hey. What are you doing?
Playing music.
No, you call that. Okay.
This is traditional Aranol music.
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, I can't really. That's.
Is this not appropriate?
No. Well, see, it's a wedding. And I believe, you know what, as it's not my wedding, and as this is your music, I'm going to go and talk to the bride and or groom, and I'll be right back, because you bring up a good point. I don't think I could just, okay, I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back.
You sure? I mean, we're not really from here. In our weddings, normally death is involved. Is that not the deal here?
Not that I know of. Do you know about... Oh, Trixie. Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to go check on my friend because I'm just worried about the whole death thing.
We're still cool?
No, we're cool.
We're cool?
Oh, we're cool. Yeah.
Nice. Because we think you're cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think you're cool. Maybe, can you, do it, a bit more up-tempo? Like, a slightly more up-tempo? Like, a little...
We gotcha.
Okay.
The music shifts maybe, a couple of beats.
God damn it.
But they're, really, you see the elves all kind of, nodding their heads like they're into it as they go.
Yeah.
Nice. And then...
distracted.
You want to head off to Trixana?
Yeah, I'm going to run off.
Cool. Well, kind of have you and Donna kind of like make your way over there roughly about the same time as you guys are there. So Donna, you approach and you can see at the kind of entrance to this roof garden, there's this flurry. You see all these halfling bridesmaids. Like, oh my gosh, no, it's gonna be fine. Maybe somebody can fix it. Is there an artificer in the house? Is there an artificer in the house? And they're kind of like scurrying around. And you see that Trixana in the middle of them, almost being shielded by them. This little halfling, black hair, very much kind of. Do you guys remember if you saw Zootopia and the little mouse mafia boss has his daughter? Yeah. Kind of looks like that as a halfling. And you see that she's trying to put on her veil, and it looks like maybe there was some magical enchantment or something, because it was, what it has done is it's caused this gust of wind to just make a mess of her hair, and it's still blowing and causing like this almost gust-like force of wind all around her head, and it's completely destroying the beautiful hair that she had earlier. And she's trying to take it off, but the wind's too strong, and it's just, everything's going wrong. All the flowers from the veil have been blown away.
No! Oh, Donna,
everywhere.
It's okay. No.
My babies!
Did somebody call for an artificer?
If you overhear that, yeah, you can make your way over. Do you want to do that instead of heading over to the shifter?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. So as you're kind of like looking at this, a wardrobe approaches and says, yeah, anybody looking for an artificer?
I thought you were just like there. I thought you were just like on the wall. Oh, I didn't realize. Hi, I'm Delta. It's good to meet you. I didn't realize.
Pleasure to meet you. Supplies closet. What seems to be the problem here? A wardrobe malfunction?
Hey. Nice.
Do you know what?
Jess wins.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Inspiration. If you can't reward a great pun, what's the point in it?
Exactly.
Amazing. So yeah, you guys see so supplies closet's kind of approached you guys. The bridesmaids and Trixana are kind of still inside a little bit. Do you guys want to brief supplies closet on what's happened, or do you want to kind of like lead them all in and talk as a group?
Sure. No, so the flowers, the flowers are gone. They were on the veil.
They've been blown all around the room.
Blown away, gone. And the bride is very upset. Didn't I notice your friend cast like a little gust thing earlier? Is this
No.
to do with it? No.
No, you did not see that. No.
Oh, really?
No.
Really, did I not?
No. No.
We need
Super
insights on
interesting.
this one.
No. Just like a WD-40 sort of grease drip just sort of comes down the side.
Like an anime sweat drop from all the 90s anime.
I
love it.
That would not be Silas. Oh, the bowl of beads is back, falling down the stairs again.
Something in your drawers.
Oh, yes, that's what it is, yes. Let me just quiet that. Yes, there's a family of mice living in one of these somewhere. I do apologize.
Oh, not a problem. And she's going to use her Water Genasi nonsense to gently, take the sweat or the WD-40 and just, flick it away. And just, boop. Didn't notice anything. No, of course not.
Thank you.
Of course. So, we're going to help good Trixie here.
The flowers.
Trixie.
You're going to help the flowers.
The flowers and also Trixie.
The flowers
Trixie,
need help.
What's going on? Hi.
Is she okay? She seems to have some sort of flower obsession?
It's a hobby, for sure. Interest.
Okay,
Yeah.
regardless, the bride. I may be able to help, and one of the drawers on Supply's side sort of flips out, and a smaller drawer comes out, and a smaller drawer comes out, and a smaller drawer comes out, and at the very end, a little hairpin flips onto the top of the bride's sort of veil, and magic in the form of prestidigitation begins to work its way, and the soiling of the veil, maybe, the hair begins to smooth out, the veil comes back down.
So as you start doing this, it does start to work, but you can tell, you're an artificer, you understand magical these things, and an artifice in Eberron is like a very common thing. You can tell that this has had an enchantment on it, and what it's meant to do. Give me an Arcana check, actually. Let's. I want to see how much information I can give you here.
Yeah, I lean into Donna and I'm like, are those her children? They're all coming out of it, like the other drawers? Coming out? No? No.
That's a natural one.
Oh.
Good.
Oh, wonderful. You can use that point of inspiration if you like to re-roll it.
Ooh.
Or you want to leave that one as is.
Mark, I love you, and something tells me I'm going to need that later.
So you watch as the little pin touches it, And there is, you understand what this meant to do. This veil has been enchanted to basically create like a lovely, pleasant breeze. It's meant to like give her almost this perfect flowing hair as she walks down the aisle. Very minor enchantment, but clearly the artificer made it, who's messed it up. They've made it too powerful, and as she's put it on, it's now just creating this constant wind around her hair.
A hack.
The problem is, Supplies Closet, when you touch the veil, there is a spark as some errant magic erupts. I need you, Delta, and Donna to all make strength saving throws.
Oh, strength is a dump stat, Mark, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
how we play this
Until
game.
this happens. I'll make a collective bridesmaid roll as well. Natural 1, excellent. So how are we doing on those strength saves? Let's go down there at Liv.
It's a 4.
4.
18.
18, excellent.
I'm going to use that point of inspiration. A 10.
10. 10's enough. 10's going to be a success. Anything
Aren't we
below
on
a
the
10?
roof, Mark?
Huh?
Aren't we on the roof? Do I fly off the roof?
You are on a rooftop garden, and you are in like, it seems to be attached to a hotel, and you're kind of inside the entrance to the hotel. So luckily you're not on the outer edges. But what does happen is anybody who got below a 10, which I believe was Delta and the bridesmaids at this point, as Supplies Closet needle touches the veil, it almost basically oversurges the enchantment. And this enormous gust, like a tornado of wind, erupts. And the bridesmaids and Delta are thrown, flying through the air. Oh, go on, yeah, jump.
Can I react as this is happening?
Absolutely, you have a reaction.
May I cast Entangle?
I would allow it. Yeah, it's not normally a reaction spell, but I like where you're going with this. The only thing is, because it's not normally a reaction spell, roll initiative for me. So I want to see if you can do this in time. And I'll roll and see what the initiative is for this.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That was a 1 there. That was a 1.
That's a natural 1.
a 4.
Yeah.
So you do cast the spell a little bit too late.
Mine's everywhere.
Thank you for trying.
Way too late. Yeah.
Complications arise further as the bridesmaids go flying out of the entrance onto the dance floor, sending them skidding along the ground. Delta, you do the same thing. You're knocked prone. Let's say
a trail of like slight water trail.
Sure. You take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Jeez!
Several of the bridesmaids are knocked out, and then Donna, your spell goes off.
Then, yeah.
As flowers and plants erupt from the hotel. You see a dwarf who seems to maybe be the owner of this establishment. Like, Sacre bleu, what is going on? And he just sees all these plants and flowers burst out. The whole wedding audience is just completely engrossed in this as this event takes place. It does, however, stop the veil from messing up Trixie and hair. And you do see the bride herself, with surprising strength, manages to like latch onto you, Supplies Closet. I'm not going anywhere, it's my big day!
Do you want to get in the closet? I can protect you here. Get in the closet. Get in the closet. Yes. Supplies Closet helps her in, just sort of draws down, pulls her up and in, and sort of protects her a little.
Keep me in here until I finish doing my hair, please. Oh, look, a lovely little vanity.
Yeah, there's an entire universe inside Supplies Closet where she can do her makeup, get ready, do her hair. There is a hairbrush in the bottom left drawer. Please,
Thank you.
enjoy. Yes.
So as she's doing to that, like, Donna, you see all of this happen and everything else. But as the whole party is distracted by this, Azul. Bless the stars. What a perfect opportunity. As all eyes are drawn to this sudden burst of wind and plants that erupts, you watch as the 2 orc guards immediately like step forward, and they're like trying to see if there's danger going on. The shifter kind of sulks back and is like worried about something might be happening. This is a perfect opportunity to approach.
Okay. I'd like to have a slight change of plan, and I'll walk up to the orcs. I'll place the tray down on a table. There's 2 like flutes on there, and I'll look at the orcs and say, "Are you aware of what's going on? There seems to be some sort of ruckus by the entranceway.
We ain't sure, but it looks like trouble. You ready, Trent? I'm ready, Bill." And they're kind of like looking around, they're eyeing everything up, and they're sort of like eyeing everything up, but they see the drinks.
Are
Are those free?
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I'm a little bit nervous about the idea of getting involved in whatever that is. If you wouldn't mind taking a little look, I'll give you these. These are actually meant for the Boromars. They're some of the nicest champagne we have, so I shouldn't really be giving it to you.
You are just digging Jasper Cartwright. That's a deception check, mate.
Yes, please.
See.
28.
They look down, because you're a kobold as well, so these tall 6-foot orcs, in these suits, look down, hey, thanks, little fella. And they take the drinks, and they're like, you're a nice guy, yeah. And they kind of like raise the glasses to you. We'll take care of this, you don't worry, we're professionals. Glug, 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 glug. Thump, thump.
Oh, goodness me. What on earth? And I'll turn around to, is Eureka?
This is Eureka. This is the shifter that you have been looking for at this wedding.
I'll turn around to Eureka and go,
What? Hey, what's going on?
I'm so sorry for the deception. Your bodyguards have been compromised. I've been sent here to make sure that you get to safety. Please, follow me this way.
Let's have another deception check.
Okay.
Okay, so it is deception. I wasn't.
I wasn't.
At this point, I just don't know.
Yeah.
God, roll straight. Boo.
17.
17 beats my 13. She looks and she kind of scats around. You work for Boromar?
Yes.
You're here to, these orcs are working for Dasker.
Indeed.
Oh God, oh by the gods, they'll kill me. Okay, I'll follow you. And she's like looking around very nervously. As you kind of see her, you see the two bugbears, Gorsh and Gretch, just nod.
Yep. I'll lead through into like if there's like a side chamber of something, like just like a room where I can kind of hold her. I might try and get her into.
As you begin moving, because she was at the buffet tables.
Yes.
And to get to the entrance, you'll have to pass across the dance floor.
Sure.
As you go to start leading her, as the bodyguards drop down, there is a kind of call out. And this has been a few minutes as everyone's been distracted. As Marco Boromar, the head of the family here, ladies and gentlemen, there's been a slight disturbance, but it's nothing to worry about. But once my darling Trixana is ready, we will be hosting the ceremony. So could I ask you all, please, to take your seats as we prepare for my daughter's wedding. And you begin to see that there are several other kind of suits and guards, and everybody begins taking their seats. And now, as you go to lead Eureka, if you try and make a move here, you're going to be seen by everybody.
Okay.
There is no, but you could pull her into the back rows of the pews.
Yeah.
And then you would have a quick exit out across the dance floor to the entrance.
Perfect.
If that's something you want to do.
Yeah, I'll pull another member of the service team and just say, if you wouldn't mind grabbing a few people, there's 2 orcs up the front. They've had far too much to drink. I think we should probably get them out of there and give them a bit of a chance to cool off.
It's the same big, tall dragonborn.
Oh yeah, no problem, Azul. I can take care of that.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
I always drink too much at these things.
Yeah, always too much. Yes. Are you okay? Is there something?
Oh yeah, this is just my voice.
Oh, marvelous. Yes. It's great. It's gorgeous. Yes. You tried singing.
You know, I always wanted to be a singer.
I'll introduce you to my
I was
friend.
an egg.
Oh, yes, of course. That makes sense.
You got friends in the music biz?
I do. Yeah, one of the singers here, actually. So
way.
I'll introduce you later, perhaps.
You're a good guy, Azul.
Thanly so much. Yeah.
I'm tiny.
Oh, nice to meet you, Tiny. Of course.
Okay.
Such large hands. Okay.
Are you pointing to Delta? Is that me? That you're?
Yeah, I'm sort of
Okay.
referencing in your direction.
She's still on the ground, and she's like, I heard a crunch, I heard a crunch. And then she's like, oh, it's my loot. Oh, my loot!
Your loot is fine. It's maybe got a chip in it, but it's fine.
Okay.
You are helped up, the unconscious bridesmaids are dragged away, you guys are helped up. But you can see that the Boromars are almost not too fussed about this event. So they want to kind of crack on with things. So what about the rest of you? You guys going to take some seats here, or what's the plan? You can hear Trixana in you supplies closet is getting ready.
I just need a few more minutes, okay? I just need a couple more minutes.
Please take your time. I have all the time in the world.
Hey, actually, could you walk me to the front so I don't see Felipe?
Absolutely. And supplies closet isn't gracious, and so it's just to the front, and then the doors creak open just a smidge so that she can look out.
Just wait. I'm going to wait until he's here, and then I'm going to be perfect. I'm going to come out. It's going to be beautiful.
I must ask one question. Are you sure you want to get out of the closet?
Oh, I'm certain. Yeah, no, I don't want to be trapped in here all my life.
No? This is good. Liberate yourself. And with that, she'll open the doors just so she can step out gracefully.
You're the nicest wardrobe I've ever met.
You're welcome. And with that, I use prestidigitation to make some confetti go off behind her.
So Silas, what about yourself? Are you going to take a seat amongst, like, in the thing? Are you going to, like, linger by... You know, sometimes people, like, linger at the back and stuff like that, standing. What's the plan?
Well, Silas has had no idea of anything that's been going on for about 20 minutes, and it's just been pounding crudité. So I'm just going to kind of walk to wherever I can sit down and be like, crudité.
Mustache covered in stuff. And
Taramasalata.
yeah, nice. I love it. And then what about, like, Donna and Delta? What about you guys?
Donna's definitely had to take a little while to persuade all the vines to, like, come back again.
Gather up.
They once they're out, they get a bit antsy. They want to party.
And as you're kind of talking to them, they're just like, Mother, we hung.
No, I know. We'll get you some food later.
Yeah.
Now's not the time. There's a wedding. Everyone wants to have a lovely time at the wedding, right?
And then there will be a feast.
And then you'll have a nice drink, I'm sure, very soon. There.
Thank you, Mother.
I stroke them gently.
They kind of ripple and, like, caress your cheek a little bit.
I love you.
We love you.
Now let's go watch Delta perform.
Yes.
Can I walk up with, like, the damage I've taken, like, blood coming out of my arm, like, oh, hey, Donna, I've really hurt myself. Can you help me? I just put my arm out really near to the vines, like, please, Donna,
They
help me.
immediately snake towards you.
Help me, Donna, please. Oh, there we go. Yep, very good. Thank you so much. Oh, wonderful.
It certainly cleaned the blood off.
Oh, okay.
The wound is still there.
Oh,
If you are healing,
have
I would
any
like you to
healing.
spend the spell slot, please.
I actually don't have any healing.
Oh, okay. Even better.
They just
There is
suck
healing
blood.
for you, Delta.
So, yeah.
okay.
It just sort of pats the blood a bit.
Why did I think you could
strict
help me with
blood.
that? Why did I think you could do that? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all right. I just thought druid. I don't know.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
That's fine. I can actually heal myself, so I probably should have done that. So, boop! Healing word.
So as you guys all begin to take your seats, you see Marco Barama, he kind of moves to the front. You see the Brad Pitt halfling, Felipe Jarasco, taking his place as the groom, standing in the front. There is a priest, a dwarven woman, sort of dressed in these silvery robes at the front, ready to kind of ordain the wedding. And then with an explosion of confetti, emerging from Supply's closet, the bride, Trixana, appears. And the two halflings look into each other's eyes, and they just sparkle. And it's so obvious to everyone here that this is true love. And you see Marco kind of saying, Felipe, you have healed this city. You have served the people. And I have come to think of you as a son long before this wedding takes place. You do great work for this city, and I am very honored to have you as my son-in-law. Thank you for looking after my beautiful baby. And to all of you guests, thank you for coming. Now I will hand things over to our lovely priest for the ceremony. And as he does, a voice calls out from the back. And you see that elven noblewoman with the skull face painting and the bone armor stands up. And she speaks loudly, and her voice almost seems to reverberate as it goes through the crowd. Before the ceremony begins, I have something to say. Did you think inviting me here would be amusing, Marco? Did you think I wouldn't find out that it is your miserable gang that have taken my people's relics, like thieves and rats that you are? Well, your little joke shall be your undoing, as you have taken something from me. Allow me to do the same. And she raises her hand, and you see that the four band members, their instruments dissemble, becoming swirling bone as they form into swords and spears and bows. And you see that several of her entourage, these nobles, all draw weapons as well, as she points to Trixana. Kill the girl, and all else stain this wedding red. As Lady Ildravana reveals her sinister plot that she's been plotting that none of you know about. And this wedding is turned into combat.
Oh, no!
Woo!
Don't you just hate it when the band goes off playlist? 80s and 90s hits, that's all we asked for, and yet.
They start playing like weird drum and bass that just is not fitting.
Yeah.
Right.
Mark, they did say they were cool to me, so I object.
They're cool. They were cool.
The 4 band members don't look in your... They're focused on everybody else. The lady and her entourage have made no such agreement.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So let me like a little note here for some initiative. So let's go down the line. We have Delta.
Yep, I've rolled a thing, and then it's going to be, I have text. That's so nice. It is 18. It's an 18 for me.
Nice.
18. Donna.
11.
11 for Donna. Azul.
21.
Oh, wonderful. Next we have Silas.
7.
7. Hey, you're not going last. You're going first in the next round. Supplies cost
5, but it's a strong 5.
a 5.
Oh.
First and second in the next round. And then allow me to roll for some enemies.
You don't have to. It's fine. You can just leave those out.
No, I do. So we have the mysterious elven lady is going to be going on a 12. We have her warriors going on an 18.
Mark, do you mind? So I assume I was, playing like the music for the groom and bride to head down. Can I just make a performance check to see if that went well?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And I apologize for not asking.
Oh no, of course. You couldn't see me down the end going like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not that. It's not that. What was that? That's all I have? Oh no. Oh, it's a natural 20 though.
Yay!
A 25.
There has never been finer music to walk down the aisle to. And now you've set up the great soundtrack for this opening combat. Yeah. Perfect. I have one more initiative to roll for a mysterious thing. Mystery.
I'm not.
Intrigue.
Intrigue. So let me explain a little bit. Because we're doing this theater of the mind, and we don't have minis and things like that, and there's quite a lot of enemies and allies in this fight, I'm going to use a system called zoning. So what we've got is you guys are in basically what I'm going to call I've forgotten the word.
Zone? Zone 1, inside the circle line.
Where the thing is ceremony. You're in like the ceremony where the pews and this flower arch are, and it's on the very edge of the rooftop garden, looking out onto the city, right? So that is one zone. Behind you is the dance floor. That's going to be another zone. Okay. To one side of the dance floor, you have the buffet tables. On the other side of the dance floor, you have the stage. And then behind the dance floor, you have the entrance, right? You can move between a zone as a movement action. So rather than worrying about feet and all that kind of stuff and ranges, each zone is going to basically be about equivalent of 30
Smart.
right? There is also a final zone, which is called the edge. And that attaches to the buffet tables, the stage, and the ceremony area where you guys are, which is the edge of the building.
Right.
If you get moved into or move into the edge, you will have to see if you fall off the building. Just as an FYI. And that is it. So I will happily remind you guys of that. If you get a bit confused with it, just help us kind of visualize a few things. They're going to set up where everybody is. We have 4 of these undead elves on the stage. They are ready. They have ranged weapons. You can see they have bows and things like that. You also see that within the ceremony area, Lady Eldravana herself seems to be some sort of mage. You can see her gathering magical power. Her entourage, though, have kind of John Wick-style intercepted several of the Boromar guards and taken them out. So you're not going to get any help from the guards, necessarily. But you do have some allies as well. You have Marco Boromar, the father. He looks very upset and very angry. You also have Gorsh and Gretch, Azul's contacts, these nasty kind of like bugbears who look like they're pretty good in a fight. And you have Felipe himself, the groom, who is a healer. He's a member from the House Durasco. So if you desperately need healing, you can run to him. And they are all in the ceremony area currently. All right? Okay. You also have the crowd of guests who are going to be maybe an obstacle. So we're going to jump up then to the very top, which is going to be Azul. And you have Eureka next to you, who is panicked, thinks that this is all a plot to get her. This is like, oh, this is all a scam. Like, quick, you need to get me out of
Okay. So I'm going to look towards Gorsh and Gretch. Are they aware of where I'm at?
They have seen you. They're a little bit more into the crowd. Like, they're going to have a difficult time getting out, but you're on the edge of it, so you can move without any difficult terrain. But they've seen you, and I would say that they kind of just look at you, and you've worked with them before, so it's a look of, like, go, like, complete the mission.
Sure.
Basically.
Perfect.
And then come back and help us.
Yeah, okay, great. In which case, I will use my movement to kind of hurry Eureka to... I guess if we can, is there a, like near the buffet, I guess? Is there any like service entrance or a place that I can...
You would need to go to the entrance to the rooftop garden to get back into the hotel, basically.
I will go to the entrance of the rooftop garden and push Eureka through the door.
Okay. So it would be a move action to go into the dance floor, and then you could dash action to get to the entrance. You can just take Eureka with you.
Perfect. I will use my bonus action then to dash.
Right. Cunning action.
Because cunning action. I will dash, get to the door, push Eureka through. I'm going to turn around. I do see this as a problem, and I certainly don't want anyone to hurt Gorsh and Gretch. So the main elven lady, can I... I'm trying to think if I left any weapons in the entrance. Either my trolley or the Gorsh and Gretch's seats.
I would say there is, like, as you're passing the dance floor, because they were kind of on the edges, you could grab something from Gorsh and Gretch's seat on your way.
Perfect. Okay. So on the back of Gorsh and Gretch's chairs, I pull out 2 hand crossbows, repeating hand crossbows. I'll run to the door, push Eureka through, turn around, look at this lady and say, "Say hello to my little friend," and I'm going to shoot.
I love it.
Crossing the streams.
Natural 20!
And I'm going to say it because you have allies in the same zone. This will be sneak attack.
Yeah, well, I'm an assassin, so this would have been a crit anyway if I'd have hit. But there we go. I rolled a natural 20 anyway. We'll take it. Okay, so...
Of course you're an assassin.
That sucks. Is this better? It is. 10, 16 plus... Give me a second.
Can I ask, Jasper, are you going to murder this woman afterwards? Is that
maybe.
We don't know.
Ooh, that's better.
26. Maybe they're going on a date.
Sorry,
29 points of damage. I'm sort of, aiming probably I'm guessing probably in her back if she's looking at the ceremony and I've gone the other way.
Yeah, she's looking directly to the thing. So, like, she does, like, when you call out, "Say hello to my little friend," she does kind of, like, turn her head slightly.
Perfect.
And these bolts kind of flood into her. You can see that, like, she's wearing almost like a corset of, like, bone armor almost. And it does, she takes the blow. She doesn't go down, but looks heavily injured. Like, she's bleeding from the side. And she looks down at it and then looks in your direction.
It's kind of ironic that you hate the Boromars because you're kind of looking a bit like Boromir right now.
Too soon.
I cannot believe
Always
you said that.
my captain, my king. She looks
You
around.
dorks.
You will suffer. And as a reaction,
Fun.
I'm going to have her use kind of like a reflavored hellish rebuke here, but I need a constitution saving throw. As she pulls these tendrils of necrotic power and almost throws them back at you from her own blood. The House of Vol suffers no fools.
Oh, dear. Was it wisdom saving? Oh, okay, fine. That is a 9.
A 9. That is going to be a failure, my friend. You're going to take full damage from this, I'm afraid. That is going to be 19 necrotic.
Ooh, this counts as an attack that I can see, though, right?
It does.
I will use Uncanny Dodge.
I will say that there's these ribbons of green necrotic energy. You managed to dodge, John, your way through some of them.
Stop trying to hit me and ow! God, yeah, okay, fine.
They're going to shred your body, but then that is it. Is that your turn over Azul?
Yeah, I think that's about everything I can do.
I love it. We then go to Delta, in fact, actually.
Yes. So I can see Donna. Donna's with me. You're with me, right? I feel like you've got some stuff up your sleeve, and if not you, your plans do. So I'm going to change the trajectory of my beautiful song and guitar, and I'm gonna just be like, you get. Go do the thing. It's bardic inspiration. It's bardic.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Love it.
And then I'm going to turn around, hopefully as my action,
Yes?
Maybe I'll use my movement to go to the stage.
Sorry?
I'll use my movement to go to the stage, if that's
Action to disengage.
Action to disengage. Oh, am I next to people?
Yes, you are in the ceremony area. There is a number of, like, the lady herself, the warriors. Some of the warriors are in there as well.
Okay, I see. Then, can I call over to the band from here? Would you allow that?
Like, absolutely, they can all hear you. This is like an open-top rooftop. Yeah, like, the
Wonderful.
zones are more for, like, moving around.
Okay, cool. Then I will, still playing, I'll be like, hey, I thought we were cool.
You're cool. But the rest of them aren't cool.
Please, work alongside me. Trust me, it's the right thing to do.
Give me a persuasion.
Okay.
Come on.
Come on.
This to work. I love that band.
I've gone off the character entirely. I'm gonna roll. Okay, that's not a 1. That's good.
That's
One,
good.
no.
It's a 7 on the dice, and then
7, no.
plus my persuasion, which is pretty good. Oh, it's 14. It's 14.
14.
It's a plus 7, you know.
I'm gonna say, you can see their will wavering. Like,
Okay.
these band members, they want to follow their lady's orders, but they like you, and so you're kind of wavering. You're not sure if you've convinced them fully, but for now, you think they'll leave you alone.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take it.
All right.
And Shamini, that is a D6, I believe, that you
Nice.
And then would you like to move into an adjacent zone? There would be an attack of opportunity, potentially.
I'll
In fact,
take
I
the
should have
attack.
made one against Jasper, but I forgot.
I'll take the hit. So the big threat, big evil person, they are at the entrance?
They are, so the lady is within the ceremony. She's basically like moved into the sort of dance floor area, like the ceremony area, sorry. And she's like speaking from the back of the crowd.
Okay.
There's a few warriors in there. The dance floor is currently empty, apart from Azul's moved across it. The buffet and the stage are to the side, and the entrance is clear currently.
Okay, I'm gonna head up to the lady who's causing this ruckus.
Yep.
You know? This is supposed to be my gig. I don't understand why she's doing this, so I'm gonna head up to her and take the attack of opportunity. Yes.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna move up to Lady Eldrana, you're not moving out of the zone.
Same
So
Oh,
you're right.
great.
All right, cool.
I'm so good at theater of the mind.
That's right. Yeah, it's one of those things where it gets very messy when you don't have grids and things like that. But cool, Delta, that is you done. Then we go to the warriors, the elven warriors. Basically, what these guys are going to do is the guys on the band are going to take some pot shots kind of randomly. Some of them are going to hit the crowd. Some of them are going to hit like Marco and those guys. Some of them are going to go towards you guys. I'm going to basically make an attack against each of your characters, right? With the exception of Delta, who has convinced the band to leave alone. So this is just you see that they kind of fire and they shank several of the other guests. They're trying to get to the bride, but they're going to try and take some shots at you guys as well. So this is going to be against Donna. That is a 11.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. Azul, even though you're kind of at the entrance, they're going to take a shot at you as well.
Bring it on.
18.
I was joking. 14. Yes, that hits.
Yeah.
That is going to be 6 points of damage to you, sir.
Ah!
Silas. That is only a 10.
Incredibly, I've got an 11.
You've got an 11. So I just need you to tell me how this looks. I don't want to envision it without your consent.
An arrow just goes doink into like his wizard staff and goes, ah!
And then finally against Supplies Closet, who they do recognize as a creature that they can attack. That was cocked. 14.
Yeah, that meets it, beats it. So.
Beats it. It's going to be 6 points of damage to you as well. Thum, 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 thum. And you can see that, like, they are, like, kicking, like, the ones in the crowd are, like, kicking over pews and buffet tables to use as cover, and they're kind of hunching behind them with their bows. You can see the band are, like, using the stage to kind of shoot down on you guys from as well, as they do so. We then go to, this wasn't here yet, we go to Donna.
Okay, so I have a theatre of the mind question, which is, we're all in the same zone.
Yes.
Can I cast Fog Cloud on Trixana, on the people at the front, and not get the whole zone?
I will allow it. I would say that you can focus it on a specific person to protect them if you want to, yes.
Okay, in that case, Donna is
You
going
won't get the benefit from it, and your allies
yeah,
will, but she will.
the front, wherever.
Yes.
The priest and the...
Yeah,
Yes,
and
great,
the father
okay.
and her and the groom, yeah. Absolutely.
So, Donna is going to start speaking to Buttonhole. And
Yes, mother, yes.
Wait, now Mr. Barma says sometimes we have to wait before the blood comes.
Wait, yes.
Let's protect Mr. Barma's family first and then the death. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I feel so uncomfortable sat here.
So what is creating the fog cloud? Is this
So
like,
it's spores from the, like something like little puffs all over the place, and like the spores are coming up like when you poke a mushroom, and then they just keep coming, and it's like thick. It's probably not very pleasant.
No.
No.
You do hear some like coughing. You do hear maybe Trixie
Yeah.
like, Daddy, is this part of the ceremony?
Oh, my daughter, it's not. Don't worry. The father will take care of it.
The beauty of nature.
So you fill the area with fog cloud protecting that. And you can see that like the other guards are like, oh, we can't like get to them now, and are more focused on you guys. Anything else you would like to do, Shamini, on your turn?
No, I think I shall stay
Right.
here.
Stay in the ceremony.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So those are gonna be there. We then come to Silas.
Would you say that if I yelled at the band, they could hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely.
I'd like to look at one of them.
Hey, man.
Hello, and then cast Fast Friends.
Fast friends.
So that's a DC 14 Wisdom save, please.
I knew when I saw Johnny's character that there would be shenanigans. 5.
Great. Okay, so charmed for up to an hour, but with concentration. I'd just like to go, I wonder how much blood is in that one, and point at a different member of the band.
It looks hey,
We can find out.
how much blood you got, man?
Damn it!
He will definitely.
Okay.
Seemingly, he's drawing like a bone knife as he says it. I love it. We're a one-shot here. I don't.
How much blood do you have? Wow.
We can abuse cantrips, no problem. Alrighty. So, anything else, Silas, on your turn?
No, he's just going to fold his arms and
Gonna
go.
stay there? Alrighty. We're then going to have a supplies closet.
So from the sort of boxy drawer-like figure, supplies closet begins to sort of shift and rearrange the armor that she's got on, and she's going to transfer into the wardrobe.
I love it. I love it.
Oh yeah. God, that robotic voice is getting annoying. I have a question, DM. I've got 2 questions. 1. Did I see the fillings of the elven person when they opened their mouth to laugh at us? Did they have any fillings
Want to
in
see
there?
if they have any
Yeah,
things, perhaps?
fillings, something metal
Give me a
within their
perception
mouth.
check.
Cool.
I already know what this is.
Natural 20.
You have no choice.
Jess, let me ask you the question. Would you like them to have?
I would like all of their teeth to be metal, if that's possible.
It's a one-shot. You have to say yes. So what we see is not that they have filings, but you can see that all of her teeth are made from gold and like alloy, like almost like a ceremonial kind of like replacements and things like that. Almost have like fangs and things like that built into it, and they are made of metal.
As
They
supplies
can't be
closet,
removed.
that's fine. As supplies closet clocks them, the mouth of this giant thing, she sees what's happening and goes, metal. I can work with that. And drawers begin to sprout from her own mouth, and as that triggers, they begin to sort of glow. And as they glow, so do this elven person's teeth as heat metal takes effect, artificer alchemist form.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Just give me that damage roll. 'Cause there's nothing I can do about it.
so it
What is
is
going on over there?
Don't look too hard.
Our wardrobe now has teeth and is making another person's teeth on fire.
So that is a total of 10 damage to the mouth.
10 points of damage. You see as flames engulf this elven noble's mouth. And she begins to kind of scream as she does. Not unconscious yet, still standing, but looks over towards you like with hateful eyes. End of turn supplies. Would you like to move to a different zone?
As a bonus action, can I open a drawer and at the beginning of any given day, an artificer is allowed to infuse two items. Can I infuse this, do 2 of the same item, 2 of the same effects?
What are
No.
you thinking? You tell me first.
2 homunculus servants?
I'll allow it.
Cool, a drawer pops open, 2 tiny little metal drawers pop out on either side. Like just smaller versions, and I go, be free, my boys, cause havoc. And they run forward and...
Those are the children, I told you. I told you.
Right, they were the children.
If I may,
Yes?
just because I know the crowd are going to like it, as I've allowed you to have these 2 homunculus,
Absolutely.
May I design one?
Absolutely.
It looks like a little imp baby
Yes.
with a little hat
Oh, yes.
on. And when he emerges, he says,
Bing bong.
Hey!
He lives.
these homunculus servants fly out. We'll have them basically, do you want them to make an attack or something like that? Just give me that now.
Yep, they're just going to run straight towards the same thing that is the...
Noblewoman.
What?
The noblewoman.
Noblewoman, yes. They make a beeline for her,
Great.
arms flailing behind them like anime characters.
Cruiser running. I love it.
Yep, absolutely. They'll just make the same attack. It'll just be an unarmed attack.
Believe it. It's my ninja way.
Come on. Oh.
Right.
So that's a 7.
7 is not enough. She kind of backs them away as they rush up.
Look what she did to my boys!
Right. You're done, Supplies Closet?
I'm completely done.
So the crowd, all the guests and things like that, screaming in panic, they move like a giant swarm into the dance floor now. So the dance floor is now difficult terrain if you wanted to move through that, but they're kind of running and screaming, trying to get out. The next person to go is Marco Boromar himself. And you just see a kind of distortion in the fog cloud that Don's created. You hear like a kind of rummaging and a clunk, and then emerging from the fog cloud is this little halfling godfather carrying an enormous repeating heavy crossbow. And you stole my damn line. So he will look around and say, "He'll come to me the day on my daughter's wedding. You die!" And he fires a fusillade, a cone of bolts, not caring who he hits.
Ah, damn it.
So I would like all of you guys, and the bad guys as well, with the exception of Azul.
I have lots of innocent partygoers in between me and the
you
bullets.
And
So
them. I need you all to make dexterity saving throws, please. As the enraged mafia boss is just firing blindly into this warriors.
My dear Donna, you do have a D6 if you wish to use that.
You do.
yeah,
You have
I
Bardic
want to do
Inspiration.
that, yes.
How we look in Supplies Closet?
Supplies closet does not move. Just stays there.
Gets pummeled by crossbow bolts. What about Silas?
16 from me, so he hits the deck pretty sharpish.
Succeed, you can take half damage. What about Donna?
That was a 19 with a 6 on the inspiration die. That
You're
was
also gonna
all
take-
Delta.
You're also going to take some half damage, and then finally Delta.
I got you, bestie. That's an 18. I flip. I do some flip statics.
You all taking half damage here, with the exception of poor Wardrobe.
Hey,
And
what's
that-
going on up there? I think I can hear some people getting hurt.
That is going to be 18 points of damage, so half to 9. Yes, and I was looking at you.
That would have incapacitated me.
You managed to hit the deck, Silas. A couple of them maybe thudding into you, but you watch as all of like the minor warriors, all these elven warriors, including the band, unfortunately, are just annihilated by these crossbow bolts, leaving just the elven woman still
My
standing.
boys.
Yeah.
Also,
Love the band.
She is pummeled with all these crossbow bolts. She's bleeding heavily, and she is still standing. And she is going to look around and almost looking like it's part of her last kind of like gasp of breath. She's going to take her turn. And she looks down, and I'm actually going to have her activate a legendary action at the end of Marco Boromar's turn. And she looks around.
Rude.
Remember that wooden effigy I mentioned her bringing in?
You mentioned that casually. I didn't think it would be relevant.
She turns towards it, points at it, and you watch all these glowing green runes light up as the effigy breaks apart and a bone golem emerges from it. And it just charges towards, through the entrance, across the dance floor as it tries to just barrel everybody out of the way. Those of you, and you said you hit the deck, didn't you, Silas?
Yes. Yes.
I would like everybody to make a dexterity saving throw again, please.
fun fact, we have 1 minute left.
Oh, don't worry, we got it, we got it.
Okay, cool. Uh-oh.
I know Jasper is fine. Delta,
Oh, this is an 8.
19.
Yeah.
19 for Donna.
It's a 1.
A 1, excellent.
15.
15.
Natural 20.
And an evasion, I believe. You have a,
No, not yet, not yet.
So those of you who succeeded, which would be a 14 or higher, those of you who succeed managed to jump out of the way. You don't take any damage, but you move out of the way.
Yeah.
Those of you who are hit, you do take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. But more importantly, you are picked up in the momentum of the bone golem.
Oh, no.
And thrown off the edge of the building as it charges towards the zone. As you begin to fly through the air.
I look at Silas like, hey, oh, it's good to see you again. Oh, there we go, okay.
As a reaction, can I cast Levitate on Silas?
Absolutely, you can.
Phenomenal.
Silas.
Supplies closet, I guess, falls to her death, but Silas is just there above. Wardrobe's just...
As you begin to fall, what we see...
I so nearly took Featherfall.
Sadly. We're going to jump up, and because we are literally out of time, Azul, you would be going up next. And I know that you have it in your power to finish off this mage.
Okay.
We are going to basically narrate it that we see Azul. How does Azul kind of do this? You've got the crossbows. You can see she's bleeding heavily. She's looking injured.
I think as the golem rushes past, Azul ducks out of the way and then sees that the golem has actually forged a line through the crowd. I will then follow behind the golem like this. I'll jump up behind this huge, this noble elven lady, take out my trusty pencil, and just... Good night. I'll see you in another life. And then I run off.
As she falls to the ground, the golem crumbles into bone, no longer the source of its control, kind of controlling it, just at the edge. We see the last thing of, I believe, Wardrobe and Delta flying off the side. Delta, as you're falling, Trixie, the bride, reaches over. You ain't going anywhere, girl! And throws her veil down, and you grab onto it just as you're falling over the side. Wardrobe, you sadly, there is no one to catch you.
As I fall to my death, I like to let out a merry roar, just screaming, "Homeopathy isn't a real science!"
Which Silas hears from above.
Is levitate a concentration spell?
Jess, as our very last thing, roll one.
Levitate's a concentration spell.
Oh, brilliant.
Brilliant.
I don't want to carry on if you're not around, so...
Jess, if I could get you to make one last roll, I just want you to roll a flat d20.
Oh.
And tell me if you get a 10 or higher.
Natural 20! What does it mean?
Yes. Final scene of this little adventure, as the wedding, kind of the devastation and the incident of the wedding thing, we watch this wardrobe just falling through the vertical spires of Sharn, city of towers. Sky coaches whizzing past, gargoyles flying underneath you, and there's this moment of freedom and flight as you just fall. And then you hit something soft as Old MacDonald's hay and manure flying sky coach just perfectly caught you as you landed into a soft embrace, and you will survive. And with that, we are out of time, everybody.
Mark Hulmes, everybody!
Johnny, Jasper, Shamini, Liv.
Thank you so much, everyone. This has been fantastic. You can head on over to youtube.com/Dicebreaker, subscribe there, because we put together this thing, and that's very exciting. Shamini, where can we find you? Everyone, very quickly. Where can we...
I've got my RPGeeks stashed somewhere. Search RPGeeks on the internet. RPGeeks, the Dragons and Science. Woo!
Jasper.
Hi, check out 3 Black Halflings, Dimension 20's Burrow's End, and Rotating Heroes.
High Rollers D&D, that's my jam. New campaign, 5th of November. Brand new world, brand new set. Thank you very much.
This room tomorrow, 4 p.m, Oxventure Live.
Producer for 3 Black Halflings, questing time, and for Ralph and Lou of Nord Games, this one's for you. Check out Nord Games, they're brilliant. I love you guys,